Okay, hello guys, and welcome to a new video after I made a poll on Instagram. By the way, if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram because that's where you get all the updates about my Mustang. Anyway, so today, you probably saw it in the title already, why would you not? We are working on getting projectors into the headlights of a 99204 Mustang. Not the first video that's on YouTube, I know. There's a bunch of people that already did it, but all the ones I saw, they were like old and not as detailed. Not saying that I would be more detailed, but I'm not trying to get all this done in one day, let's say it like that. Because, you know, it takes some time to get something really good done. I already opened up one of the headlights because, as you might know, you have to get inside the headlight to fit a projector in them. My projectors are not here yet, they are still in the mail, but this is how it looks like on the inside of the headlight. And I'm going to show you the process how to open these headlights up in the second one because it's still closed. And then clean up all the residue in there, otherwise you cannot close them back up. Yeah, then probably in a couple days I will continue the series because I cannot do everything in one day because I don't have all the parts yet. Then also these are just, this is my second pair. Like the first pair I'm doing projectors in, but my second pair of headlights for this car because this is just gonna be a, how do I say that? That's not gonna be my main headlight. The other one is because they have like the DRL things in it, but I have to fix that one and put projectors in it as well. And I'm probably gonna sell these after I'm done with those because I'm putting a little bit more stuff in those. These are just clearly just for projectors. So if you guys were looking for a tutorial how to do, let's say, demonize and stuff, this video is not gonna be it. I will make a second video probably about the other one where I'm a little bit more, I will go more in detail and put a lot of stuff in it, like color changing bulbs and color changing like the DRL bar on the bottom and stuff like that. So if you want to see that, you can subscribe to my channel and it will come out at some point if I find the time. Right now I'm just putting the stupid residue glue off the seat. It is like everywhere. All this stuff has to come out of there. Otherwise you cannot close it back up. But yeah, first let's just work on the second pair of headlights. Not pair, the second one. The main reason I put projectors in these, even though those are just my secondary headlights, is, as you can see, they are tinted as crap and they are dark as frick and I can see stuff at night. So yeah, that's why I'm putting projectors in these, so I can take a little bit more time on my second pair of headlights. I guess we're just gonna start, right? Let's get to it. Okay, so you're probably wondering where I'm at. I'm in my room because it is cold as crap outside. So I'm not gonna freeze my ass off doing this. So here we got the second headlight. There's different methods, like different people use different methods for opening these up. The method I am going to use is a heat gun because just the fact I don't want to explain my parents why I'm putting my headlights into the oven. So, and I think my oven is too small anyway, because these headlights are actually pretty wide, let's say like that. The way we're gonna do this is use your heat gun right here. And then we just start on this side, right here. Now this headlight already is broken a little bit. I mean, I got this one for super cheap on the Facebook Marketplace. We start on this side, heat it up, so we can pull this side off. First off, I'm gonna try to get this rubbery thing off. When you use a heat gun, it is very easy too. And then, yeah, we will see further. But yeah, I would also recommend using gloves because that stuff can get really hot really quick and the glue likes to stick on your fingers as soon as it's hot. So yeah, it might burn into your skin. We're gonna start on this side so we can pry it open. And then we have to watch out for these little tabs. We have to push these through, otherwise you're gonna bend this plastic piece up, which I did on the other side. But that's fine because I can bend it back down when I heat it up. And we got two more over here. And I mean, yeah, let's keep going. Okay, we can already see it is somewhat opening up. Oh, there you go. That was not too hard. I'm doing this for the second time now. I'm using like you could use pretty much anything just to keep this rubber piece from, there you go. it's like a lip that cuts that bites into the lens. There we go. Okay, so now we got the lens of the housing, and then we can take off the damn. And we can take off the plastic thing right here too. This is all just glued in with the same glue. You just have to push it. Jesus. And there's one screw I forgot. There's one screw right here that you have to unscrew. Otherwise it won't come out. Yeah, that stuff is sticky as crap. There we go. That's it. Now all we gotta do is clean up with the glue on the sides so we can put this back in later on at the lens. And then we have to cut some stuff, but that's gonna be in the next video because that's all I can do right now. I have to wait for the lens and see how much I have to cut up. So yeah, I guess this video will continue after the lens comes in, but for me today that's gonna be it. I'm just gonna clean up all this plastic stuff on the sides. That's pretty much it. Okay, day 2 in our journey to build our projectors for 99-04 Mustang. Yesterday my parts finally came. If you guys don't know where to order your projectors and stuff, I ordered it from the Retrofit source, and now I'm gonna show you everything we got. Take it out of the boxes, because it definitely is a lot of stuff. Bulbs, wiring harness, control unit, and the projector itself. There we go. This off, there's my address on it. Okay, so first off, let's start with the projector. I gotta read all this stuff. No. Oh yeah, a bike Xenon ACME standard version H1 projector. Like on this one I just went cheap because this is just my secondary headlight, like I already said. Probably like a million times. So this is the projector right here. This is what it looks like, okay. Comes with different bulb size rings, I guess, and a cable plug, but we're gonna figure all that out. Then the second one, I'm not gonna unbox that one. Then we got the 9007 bike Xenon harness. This is just a harness so I can plug in the regular headlight plug from the Mustang into the Xenon bulbs. No, actually no, it goes into the ballast first, which we got right here. It's the ACME BD Start. What is that thing called? Oh, that's it. ACME BD Start ballast. That's where it has to plug in first, and then it's gonna plug into the bulb. Okay. And I went with the, like everybody probably does, with the mini Gatling gun shroud, because we're gonna see here in a minute, and this is probably the only shroud that actually like somewhat fits. Okay, so let's get rid of these ballasts first because I don't need these right now. Okay, so I took my housings all the way apart yesterday. So this is how it looks like now. We got this piece, we got this piece, we got this piece, and then we got the glass cover, not glass, this itself, but we're not gonna do anything with this one. I pretty much tried to clean it up all yesterday, so there is not much glue left around the corners. So I hope I'm just gonna get this back together easy. So first off, what we're gonna have to do is get rid of this baby here, because we don't need it, because that's where the projector has to go inside of. So we're just gonna break this out. I'm gonna use some pliers, and then I'm just gonna, I don't know how to show you this. Camera angle is wrong for that, but I mean you should know how to break stuff. So there we go. You can just pull it out if you do it right. Other people, they just break it off, but as you can see right over here, you can just pull it out of its socket. So after we got that done, this is trash. Don't need this no more. Now we can sand all this down and spray paint it whatever color you want it to. I'm gonna spray paint it black, of course. Fits better to my car. And then I have to see, somehow the projector is gonna go inside of here. So I'm gonna have to unscrew these 3 screws right there. Now we can take this off, and now we got the regular thing right here, like you would get with like the super cheap nightlight one. Nightlight, whatever. The one from Amazon, what everybody else uses. There we go. And then I'm guessing the cables are on the bottom. Oh yeah, it even says it right here. Can you see that? Yeah, there it says top. So this is gonna be on top. And then we're just gonna put it in here. And then we might have to either cut into this piece, or we have to cut the shroud to actually make it sit flush to the ground, because even the smallest shroud they have is too big for this headlight housing. So we're gonna figure something out. So now I'm gonna use a Dremel, and I have to cut this off. Most people, they cut it right to the line of this. So all of this has to be gone. That's what I'm gonna do now too. I hope I still have a cut-off wheel for my Dremel. I'll be right back. Okay, and now we're just gonna cut it off. There we got number 1 cut off now. Now it is flat, as you can see. Damn. That's some dusty shit, I tell you. Now we should be able to just easily screw this in. There we go. This is how it's gonna look like. Screwed in, I'm guessing. I don't know if there's like a... Let me see, what was in the bag? Oh, I'm guessing the plastic piece is supposed to go in between that. It doesn't really give you instructions to it, so I have to figure this out myself too. But there's like a lot of other stuff in this bag. Got some metal piece and some plastic piece and some bigger plastic piece. I'm guessing those are supposed to go between the screw and the actual projector, and yeah, would make sense somehow, somewhere. I'm gonna figure it out in a second, but this is not the main thing we're gonna have to do anyway. Just unscrew it again. Now we're gonna sand this down, and then we're gonna spray paint it black. Okay, that's gonna be sanded down enough, because we're gonna spray paint it anyway. And you won't really see it because I have the tinted housing, so they don't shine through really much. So after you sanded it down, make sure you clean it up. Use some alcohol and wax and grease remover, whatever. This also, you can sand all this down. I would glue up this or use some tape on the inside here, because this has to stay shiny so your regular day lights can shine. And also, of course, you have to glue this up so you don't spray paint that black. So I have some caliper paint in black laying around here, so I'm just gonna use that. course, like they always say, first do your light coat, which I didn't really do now. It's not really a light coat, but this paint dries like extremely quick. Now you just let this dry because you don't need it right now. And I'm gonna do the second one. We got the second one right here. And then you just do the same thing. I'm gonna cut this video right here because you don't have to see all this. So we will see us when I got both of these painted. Okay, small update. I'm on the whatever housing this is now. And I just sanded it down and glued up this shit so it doesn't get black. The other one is already painted over here, right there, and the other two are right there. So those are already done. Just this one, I just have to paint it black, and then I pretty much am done with the painting part. Okay, time for an update again. So I figured out how to put the projector into the housing and put the shroud on the projector. I actually went inside, and some of you might know I actually do repair computer, build computers and stuff like that. So I had a bunch of these really small screws. I used these kind of screws. You usually use them to screw in like graphics cards or motherboards and stuff. But yeah, these fit exactly in these holes where the shroud is. So the shroud is now very solid. On the website they said you could use epoxy to glue it on. I didn't like that idea, so I just screwed it on. So now it is really solid. It's never gonna fall off. Hey, that was me. Look at me. Looking at the camera. So this part is done. Then when we install these, first they said you use either the big rubber thingy, this one. That might actually be the other way. Yes, this way. Or the small one, whichever one fits better to your housing. I'm gonna use the big one because I know that one is better. Then we're gonna stick it through the housing, and on the other side, this piece goes in there. Can only go one way because it has this little lock right there. Then this has to get screwed back in. Then, no, actually not yet. First we have to use this nut and then screw it back in. Then we have to screw this back in, and then you can, where's that? Oh, right here. In that little baggy bag we have this sick nasty thing. This goes somewhere, I'm guessing something like, oops, you cannot even see it. Something like this, probably the other way. It's supposed to lock in here. So this is gonna hold down the bulb. I don't know which way. I'm gonna figure that out in a minute. Oh, actually I think it's this way. There you go. And then use a little, there you go. And then this is gonna hold down the bulb. And this is gonna be right here. Yeah, somehow. Gonna figure that out later. But yeah, this is how we're gonna install the projector. I'm just waiting for paint to dry right now. Let me see how this looks like. So here we got one of them. Since it is really cold, you can see, don't spray paint when it's cold. It doesn't dry really good. The black doesn't really black, but I don't really worry about that because, as I already said, the headlight itself is like tinted, so you can't really see it. Probably gonna put one more black coat around it just to, maybe I have a different kind of black. I think I have this. This is also left over from when I sprayed my rims black. So I'm probably gonna use this just to make it black again, or at least try to, because it's really cold outside and you're not supposed to use spray paint when it's cold. But well, I gotta get brighter headlights, you know, so that's why we have to do it this way. Then I have to figure out, okay, this stays in here, and then I have to figure out how, if I'm gonna drill a small hole in here to get the cables through, or if I'm just gonna run the cables through the same hole as the screw-in part. I think it's the best way to drill a small hole and do that. Yeah, this is how it's gonna be. I might, and thinking on cutting this because I really don't want to cut the shroud, so I might just cut a small long thing around here so the shroud, because the shroud is now looking, when it looks this way, like when the headlight goes like this on the car, it looks up and it has to look straight and not up. So I have to figure out how to do that, and we're gonna do that right now, right? Yeah, we do that right now. So let me clean up these screws again. I'm gonna have to do that for the second projector later on. I can see right here, that's where the shroud scratches. So I'm just gonna cut like a little square in there with the Dremel, and then I'm gonna paint it again afterwards so I can paint over the cut. Drill a small hole. I could drill a small hole right here. Actually, let me get my drill real quick. And I'm back. I got my drill bit. I hope, let me see. Yeah, that one is gonna be big enough. I mean, I probably don't have to tell you how to drill a hole, but usually you're supposed to use a smaller drill bit to pre-drill a small hole, so the big drill has it easier to make a hole, if that makes any kind of sense. So now I'm just going to drill a hole right here. There we go, small hole. I mean, you won't be able to see it later on anyway, because literally the shroud is hiding most of this, so you could even, I don't know, could do anything with it. There we go, nice clean hole, nicely centered too. Might have a problem with this rubbery piece, but I can take this rubbery piece off and then put it back on later on. So I'm gonna take this off first. Now I just have to cut the shroud. There we go, nice and clean. Now I just cut the shroud, not the shroud, now I cut this thingy, and then we can put that projector in there finally. So let me cut that. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Now it is definitely straight. I'm just gonna clean this up, paint it one more time, and then we're good. Cool. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, and we're done on this one. Okay, that's gonna be the last update for this day. I repainted this because it wasn't, it was the same issue. It got kinda gray, same here. Painted this one, and these two we got drying over here. This is gonna be it for today, because I can't really do much more. I gotta get me some of this glue that you actually need to glue the headlight back together. But yeah, I guess we're gonna see us in the next day. Okay peeps, same day. I just realized I actually can almost finish it, because the only other thing I gotta get is the stupid glue. So I already finished one, and you can see so much when I show you, but here it is. I just have to get some glue, and then I have to glue this back together, but you might be able to see it is in there, the projector. Got this all done, looks really clean, really nice. Now we're gonna do the second one. Very easy. Plus we need the projector, so we're using the new one now. I'm gonna show you all the stuff that I had to do to get the other one fit with the shroud and stuff. Okay, so here's the projector, same like the other one. We have to unscrew these screws. I'm gonna do that real quick. Okay, after we did that, we just remove the little nut. Then we're gonna take out the big plastic washer, the rubber distance thingy. I'm just gonna put this one right here. Squeeze it all the way to the back. Make sure it is the same direction like we take our little shroud right here. Okay, for me, now you guys might do this different, but I have to take these little red rubber rings, whatever, out, so I can put these through the small hole in my headlight. I forgot the shroud. Never mind. Pull it back out. We have to put the shroud in first. So here's the shroud. A little bit dusty. There we go. Shroud. You have 4 holes on the back of the projector right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. And you have to line them up with the shroud, which should fit because it did for me. You can bend the shroud a little bit, so I wouldn't be too worried about that. There's only one specific way it fits. There you go. Got it lined up. Now I'm gonna have to take it back out. And like I showed you before, I have these screws. Where did I put them? Right here. That I usually use for PC building. And I have this one screw in here. This one. This is gonna this is just gonna make this hole a little bigger so I can get the actual screw in there. So we're just gonna screw this screw in every hole and then screw it back out. Now that we got that done, we gotta find 4 screws that are the same. That's the good part about if you really keep all your screws, you're always gonna have screws for everything. Like I never thought about using these screws for my headlight, to be honest. Now these screws should be working too, they're kind of short. Okay, we're just gonna try it. So I found 4 screws, they might not fit. If not, I have to go inside and find different ones. Oh, there you go, they do fit. Okay, cool. There we go. Okay, got screws in there. Now it's pretty solid, you can take that back off. Now we can put the projector inside of this thing. Then on the other side of this, you have, where's it at? Right here. You have this thing, this one. We're just gonna put this one right like this. And you're gonna see in a minute, this is like exactly gonna fit in here. This is gonna prevent it from falling out. Then you just use your nut and nut it back on. There we go. It's pretty solid, shouldn't go nowhere. Then we have to put this thing back on, which we just unscrewed. You can only go on one way, and this is the way, because I know the way and I'm showing you the way. Okay, got those back on. There you go. Solid, doesn't move nowhere. It doesn't move nothing, it doesn't wiggle, it does nothing. Good. We are ready to get it into the housing, which I got right here, and it is dusty as crap. There we go. There's the housing. We have to pop these out because these go behind here. They go in these little ridges, whatever you call it. So I'm gonna have to pop those out. It's actually pretty easy to pop them out. Just don't hurt yourself. You just gotta bend up on this one plastic piece right here. Yeah, that's why I said don't hurt yourself, because it's gonna hurt if you do. It's a little bit hard to do that in the camera. There we go, got one. So all you gotta do is bend up this pad. On the bottom one you can just go in there with your screwdriver. Oh, you can see that. You go in here with your screwdriver and bend it up. There we go, pop that one out. Now you don't have to do this if you leave this one inside of here and you never take it out, and then you don't even have to worry about that. So now we just slide these back in here. Go, number one. I don't think there's a special way these go. They all look the same. The other one goes on here, the top. Okay, good. Now we have to pop this back in here. Now you just have to make sure that all these right here, they have to line up. You have one on the bottom, you have one right here, and you have one on the left side right here. You don't have to pop them all in at the same time, but you're gonna hear pop like that. Click, and then we got one more. Click, there we go. That's it. Doesn't move nowhere. It's solid, doesn't bend, there's nothing moving. Projector itself is pretty nice, solid. And now we can move to, okay, I painted this, let me pull off this stupid tape. There we go, nice. Okay, now we have to cut in here too, because the projector, the shroud of the projector is gonna hit it. Let me show you. So when we line this up right now, like you can already see it has to bend under it to get in it, but we don't want to have that, so we're gonna cut it a little bit. You don't need to cut a lot, just a slight little square is good enough, as long as you make it look nice. I did a little circle on the other one until I realized you don't even have to do it that much. Now if you have clear headlights, I would definitely suggest to clean this up a little bit, make it look nice, because you will see it if you look closely. That's where some sandpaper comes in handy, and you pretty much, because this is plastic, it just melts. Now we got a little cutout. That should work. Let's see if it's good enough. Okay, this goes in here. These go up here. Just make sure you clip the clips in the right. Well, it's not really a clip, but you know, it's like a. There we go. Made it a little arrow looking thing now. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Doesn't hit it. Now on the back, like we did yesterday, or not yesterday. For me, yesterday. For you, still in the same video, we have this one screw that we have to screw back in on the back of the headlight right here in that small hole. Okay. After we done that, it's done. All I gotta do now is glue it back together tomorrow. Well, the only other thing we still can do is you have these thingies right here. They have to go. Well, first you have to push these red things. You know, the little rubber safety, don't make it wet things. I don't even know what way they were in there. I don't know if it makes a difference. And then we have to put them in this little thing because this is gonna plug into our harness. Click. That's all you gotta do. All you gotta do is take this cable, and you see you have this. I'm gonna focus on that. Probably not. It's pretty dark too. But in there you have like a little. Yeah, now you see it. These little teeth. These teeth gonna have to bite in this. So you have to go with these teeth in the middle of these teeth. Click, that's it. That's all you gotta do. And then I'm pretty sure you have these red thingies to go in this hole. So if it gets wet, the water doesn't go in there. The only reason they don't already do it is so you can get a small hole like I did. And you don't have to put this big ass hole in there to get this big connector in. But yeah, that is it. That is how you do projectors. This is my first ever doing a projector headlight, and I'm actually pretty happy with it. It turned out better than I expected. Now all I gotta do is put this back on here. Just gotta put this one back on here, and then I have to buy some glue, put the glue in between, squeeze it together, and that's gonna be it. The projector headlight is done. It's gonna look pretty sick. I'm pretty excited. So you need a ballast. That's your ballast. That's for the high voltage bulb. Then you got this big ass Morimoto 9007 bike xenon harness, which pretty much does what it tells you its name is. It converts your regular 9007 to xenon and ballast and high beam and low beam, and yeah, so all you gotta do is you're gonna plug this. I would plug it into your, when you stand in front of the car on the right headlight. This is gonna go all around. This is a pretty, oops, let me go a little bit back. There we go. There we go. Go up a little bit. Okay, so this is the whole thing. It's a really long harness, but it's easy to what it does because it tells you everything. Ballast. So this is your ballast. Okay, so you plug this in to here. Ballast, click. Then you have your high beam. The high beam is what we just wired, which is on the headlight. This is your high beam. Click it in. Make sure you don't bend the cable because they might be a little loose since we put them in ourselves. Click. There we go. High beam connected. Now the only other thing we have to connect is a ground. You can use any kind of ground you want to, anywhere in the car. And the headlight, which, or the bulb itself, like the bulb is right here. This is how the bulb looks like. There we go. I had to get that stupid cable thing off. So here we have the bulb. I don't really know where these go. I'm gonna have to figure out. This is if you use it. Like, as you can see, this cable literally goes nowhere. Like, it goes from this connector to here. We don't need this. This is trash. All we need is this one and this one. Connects to this one, and this one. And that's it. This is gonna go into your housing. Make sure you don't touch this bulb. Don't ever touch this, because it gets really warm. And yeah, just don't touch it. And this is just gonna go in here with the metal tube. You see that tube? It goes on the bottom. You have a little cutout. Oh, I don't need this. Go away. There we go. We have to use this metal, this right here. This one has to go into the holes of the headlight right here. There we go. That's how you gotta do it. Done. Now we have the bulb in there, in the projector, and I showed you how the cabling is. I really don't know what this is for. I have no idea, because this doesn't go anywhere. This is for something else, but it doesn't plug into anywhere else. So for me, that's not gonna be useful to anything. So yeah, that's it. It's gonna be it for today. Okay, day 3, we are back working on the headlight. It should be the last day today. I just gotta, and it's gonna be a short one. I just have to glue everything back, and then we are done on this. So yeah, let's get right into it. I bought some stuff, did some research, and apparently, well, this is not really it, but they use like some kind of tape, not tape glue, like it looks the same as this. It's like where you see what it is, and you're supposed to put it in the creases, and it's gonna stick together. My technique is probably gonna be I'm gonna pull this really long. I'm gonna pull this, and then I'm gonna put it in the creases, and then I'm gonna have to heat it up, and then I glue it together. If that doesn't work, I bought some of this crap. This is only if the other stuff doesn't work. I don't even know what color this dries in, but it didn't say anywhere where or what color it is or anything. So yeah, we're gonna do it the other way first. I got my heat gun. I'm gonna plug in now, and then we will see if that works. So I'm gonna stretch this until it's, I think on the package it said, until it's like 3 times its length or something, and then I'm just gonna put it in this crease. This is gonna be a little bit hard to show you guys, but all I'm pretty much doing is put one corner of the tape in the headlight crease, and then just push it in there. So the getting it in there part is actually pretty easy. It works pretty good. I think the hard part is going to be putting the actual lens on top of it. All I gotta do now is still use some of this and put it around the creases, so we can make really sure that it's tight and no water comes in. Okay guys, here we are. I finished them up. You can see it, but it's in there, you know. You can only see me. No, you can see it a little bit. It's in there. So the way I wired it, I already showed you before how you wire it. I put the ground right here. I ran it all under the radiator cover, and I put all the other stuff is behind here. Then you just have to plug this into the battery. You have 2 grounds. I put 1 ground right here, 1 ground right there, and that's pretty much it. Installation actually pretty easy when it comes to wiring, because it tells you literally everything. And yeah, this is how it looks like. Now it looks weird because they are tinted, but there you go. They work. They are bright as crap. Yeah. I hope you liked this video. and we will see us in the next one, which is probably gonna be these headlights, which I have to fix the DRA. So I'm gonna make a video about how to fix these, because a lot of people are gonna have this problem. And we're gonna put some projectors inside of those too. So be prepared, and I hope you guys like this video. And again, you will see us in the next one.